Well, it arrived today, eventually. This is the cast iron pan the wife is going to use to make cornbread. But you've got to season it first, even though it's a brand new pan. So I shall go ahead and do that, and that is get some scrubbing happening. And then I shall heat it up. And then I shall add a bit of oil, and then we shall put it in the oven for about an hour, fairly high, and then we'll put a little tiny bit of oil on it and then wipe all that off, and then the pan should be seasoned. So let me do all that. People use all sorts of methods. I'm just going to use the old method, bicarb. Just going to put a bit of that in there. Then I'm going to add some water. Then I'm going to scrub. I will be a while, so I won't let you watch all of this. Right, I've done the inside, I've done the handle, and in fact you've got to do the whole lot. You turn over and repeat. It's bicarb. So I'm doing the whole pan, inside, out and bottom. Alright, still got a little residue of water in there, and the whole pan is wet through water. And one thing that cast iron doesn't like is water. That's why you get rust. So I'm just going to heat that up until all the water's gone. I'll get it to a smoking point, and then I'm going to wipe it out with oil and some paper toweling. You can see it starting to evaporate all the water and moisture off the pan. And it's on high heat, so I want this pan to be quite smoking before I turn it off. See what it's doing, it's just evaporating all that water. When you do wash the cast iron pans, just use hot water, a bit of bicarb if you like, and then you heat it again, and then you will put a bit more oil on to keep the seasoning up. Bit of a slow process, but they're magnificent to cook with. It's been on for about 10 minutes. I'm going to give it another 5 or 6 minutes. And then we shall start the next process. Alright, so I'm going to take that off the stove top now, put it on my wooden cutting board. You can see there's plenty of heat. Now, what you've got to be careful of, particularly with cast iron pots like this, as you can see I'm using a tea towel, because you will burn yourself. That's really hot everywhere. Now, they say flax oil is the best, but I'm just going to use a bit of canola because I don't have flax oil. You can see this heat in the pan because that's doing what it's doing. Now, because cast iron is actually porous, why you heat it is actually get that point where your seasoned pan just gets better and better over time. Right? You see that's very hot. Okay, I'll turn it over now. You can see by this that there's dirt there, and that's what you've got to remove later. Just put a little bit more oil on top. There are many ways to do it, but this is one of the standard ways, is to heat oil, put it in the oven, and you can repeat it 3 or 4 times, depends how long you want to do it for. The more you do it, the better it is, I imagine. Get the handle. You will see as I'm scrubbing, even though we've heated this a lot, we cleaned it when we first got it, it's a new pan, there will be bits and pieces of grime on it. That's what you're taking off. One of the things you've got to do, even though you put a bit of oil on this now, is to make sure that when you put it in the oven that you do not leave a lot of oil on there, because it'll smoke like hell basically, and you don't need it. Okay, I'm happy with that. What I'm going to do now is wipe it down with the tea towel to get all the bit of fluff that come off the paper toweling, and then I'm going to put it in the oven. at about 210 degrees Celsius, whatever that is in Fahrenheit, for about an hour. Then I'm just going to leave it in the oven until it cools down in about 2 or 3 hours. And then I'm going to take it out and give it a very light oiling again. And then my pan's ready to use. Pan in the oven, and it fits in there quite nicely. So the wife does the cornbread, awesome. Should be fine. I've got it on about 205, 210, and for an hour. So we'll come back when that goes ding. And then I'm just going to leave it in there because it's too hot to handle. And the end product will be coming up after this. Right. It has cooled down. All I'm going to do now is put a little bit of oil. And I'm going to wipe this all the way around. Not on the bottom this time, just on the pan itself, because this is now ready to cook. There we go, one seasoned pan. You could do that 3 or 4 times if you wanted to. Heat it up, oil it, heat it up, oil it. I'm going to see how it goes. If it needs more, I will give it more. But my wife's going to use this to make cornbread. Stand by. And just one final tip. Don't be tempted after you've finished cooking with your cast iron pans to just put them straight into cold water, because they could crack. You wouldn't want that. Just wash it in hot water, then clean it up if you have to, like the way I showed you. Heat it up, same, repeat. If you have been, thanks for watching.